Wow, you really gotta be careful with this. Because, yikes, look at that. It's really sharp. "10 years since I've had my computer. I'm gonna build myself a mini ITX. Typically this would be used for video editing. We don't care much about games, but of course we'd want to play some games every other chance we can get. I have an assistant here, is my nephew. Halika dito, GT.
Hello!
There we go. Mabalik ka na dun. The tower, the ITX. This is a Lian. This is a Lian TU150 mini ITX case. We're gonna put it. We all know when we unbox a computer case, we're likely going to generate a static energy, and we would want to carefully extract it from the box. I've been building computers ever since college. And usually I would be using a anti-static wrist strap, but we would want to be careful pulling this out because we don't want to generate any unwanted shocks. There we go. There you go, GD. Now, I must say, this is a really nice looking aluminum case. So lahat ng mga panel nito friction mounted. It's actually toolless. Tatabi muna natin dito. Wow, it's got a really nice handle if you want to take it along. Now I chose this case because I wanted to transfer it from here to the TV and maybe in the future buy an Xbox controller so I can play some games. I do have a console, a PS4, but I wasn't lucky enough to get a PS5. But this should do for now, and you know, there are some titles that you can play better on a PC. We'll actually put this aside for now and go to the motherboard. First, let's take a look at the top. This is all friction mounted, by the way. This is where all your cables will be arranged, so you can hide the mess. Let's put this aside for now. This is the ITX motherboard from Asus ROG Strix. It's an X570 iGaming. Medyo nawala ng stock to. 2019 to, pero tingnan natin kung ano yung mga nandito sa loob. That's the box. We have the antenna here. Don't need the knife. Oh, meron siyang Wi-Fi. Hindi ko alam kung gagamitin ko to. But of course it's very useful since we have a portable case. We can take it anywhere when there's Wi-Fi. SATA cables. This is for the if you have a smaller NVMe drive. We won't be using that. I'm not sure if we're going to use the this riser here for the mounting, but we'll just keep it here for a moment. Zip ties, HD audio. This is for the lighting. This one is, I'm not sure. It looks like it's either for the another audio or front panel. I/O backplate. We'll open that for now. Looks like it has other goodies. Of course, the standard CD-ROM. Some stickers. Some nice stickers. And it's just saying thank you for purchasing this very expensive motherboard. Very expensive. I was going to get the impact version, but that's about 20,000 pesos plus, which is a little bit too much. We're gonna have the processor. Let's go get the processor. This is a 3900 XT, the Ryzen processor, AMD. It's a 3900 XT. At the time, this was all out of stock, so I got it from Newegg. No, I didn't get it from Newegg. It's from Adorama.com. It's amazing how you can pack all this VRMs and all the components here in one tiny package. Even at the back, there's an M.2 drive slot. We'll be populating that as well, and I bought a heatsink for that because there might be issues with heat. This is quite a huge box just for one processor. There is no fan when you purchase the higher end processors. It's just I think this is just foam. Oh, amoy chinelas. Amoy chinelas na. Oh, it smells like Islander. Okay, got the Ryzen processor here. It's inside the plastic there. Wouldn't really want to touch that. We got a sticker there. Not really particular with RGB, but we do have an RGB memory. This has RGB lights underneath right there. But we're gonna light it up only with one color. Also, we got the Ballistix 3600 memory modules, DDR4. There you go, Ballistix. Nice RAM. I chose this because it's really nice, very nicely constructed, isn't it, JD?
Yeah.
Do you like the construction? It's very simple. It says Ballistix over there. I like it. It's very minimal. Just put it here. But I'm not supposed to touch the terminals. There you go. One of the best memories. There are only 3 manufacturers, by the way. Major manufacturers: Hynix, Micron, and Samsung. There you go. We are going to inspect the pins. If any of them are bent, that would not be good. We don't want to drop it though. We're going to look for that arrow in the corner. Just simply match it. So the arrow is pointing there. There's an arrow here. And just match it. But first, this is a ZIF socket. It's a 0 insertion force. Should drop in naturally. There you go. See? Without any force. 0 insertion force. There you go. You're going to be in there forever. No, not forever. Maybe until I upgrade you. Let's just wait until the costs go down, because there's a lot of people scalping. And we don't want to fuel their desires, if you know what I mean. We're just gonna get rid of this stain. I don't know what kind of stain this is, but take this off. Usually you should use some denatured alcohol. I hope they didn't use a well, that looks like it looks like it's some sort of there you go. Oh, maybe we'll put in the memory. Oh, this one doesn't come off. Oop, almost broke that. By the way, I like this this metal bracket here to strengthen the slot, because cards these days they're pretty huge. Okay. This is the PH0. No, it's kind of loose. Maybe let's bring out the other one. No, this is the biggest one. Yeah, this is... I heard some comments about removing this for the M.2 storage. This thing houses the chipset for the X570. I've heard some negative comments about just stripping these screws here. So we'll be really careful taking it out. There we go. Oh, this one is the shorter one. Let's remember that. What's going on? Oop. Oh, look at that. It's there's a pin right there. See that? There's a pin. This is a rubber set. And we'll also need to remove this one. This is the lock for the M.2. If you go all the way here, this is going to be, we're going to see okay, that's really small. Let's bring out the so I got the Western Digital Black SN850. This should be a really fast Gen 4 SSD. I didn't get the B550 motherboard because it has a secondary Gen 3 M.2 slot, although you don't need to buy a Gen 4. Oh, it's really tiny. Look at that. That's really tiny. I don't really want to touch anything there. It's black because it's all black. Gotta be careful inserting this. There we go. You're gonna live in there. Oh, it says SanDisk. Looks like the controller is a SanDisk. Wow. They said that this should rival the 980 Pro from Samsung. Rival or even surpass, but I'm not sure. It came in very expensive for a 1 terabyte NVMe. Just careful screwing that in. And that should be it. And the back plate has a conductive thermal sticker here, a thermal pad. I'm going to peel that off. There we go. There we go. Just place it there. Be careful not to see it goes in here. There's a pin for the. This is an RGB light, by the way. That's what the connector is for. But hey, if you watch this far and like what I'm doing, subscribe and like and leave a comment. I would appreciate any comments that you can, constructive comments that you can share with me. Whoop. I guess we'll have to screw this one in, the longer one. Oop. I'm not going to tighten that first. Like I said, a lot of people had negative comments about these two screws being threaded out. Just going to tighten it just enough so that we won't strip it. I think maybe the others who got into that little snafu were a little bit too hard on tightening it and untightening it. Ah, there we go. Finger tight. That's why I didn't go for the motorized WOW stick. I'm not really sure about. I don't trust the torque on those things. I'd always like finger tightening things because you might strip some. For this one, I'm just gonna get the. I bought this one from Lazada. It's a heat sink for the. It's a heat sink for the NVMe. We're gonna unbox this one too. Yeah, it's the same one. I would have gotten the 2 terabyte version, but I guess I wouldn't want to put all my eggs in one basket. So I got 2 1 terabyte drives. And we're just gonna flip it. Careful not to touch any. Oh, well, we're gonna see if it comes in here. Now we're supposed to put it like that. But I just don't know if this thing aligns. It's quite scary. It's quite scary. I mean, look at all the tiny components there. I guess maybe we'd do this later. Well, we're just gonna, okay, we're gonna need that little screw. I hope this thing sticks and it doesn't move that much. I've been assured by the Lazada seller. This is graphene, by the way. So he says. I guess it wouldn't hurt to put a small thermal pad here. There we go. Kita ba yung puyo ko? Kita yata yung puyo ko, GD. There we go, come on. It's okay. That's your home. Okay, maybe I'm just going to put this aside for the moment. We'll just put the screw in. Man, these things are really small. I don't want to use any needle nose pliers to tighten this up because it's scary to tighten this with pliers. If your pliers suddenly snap out, you could hit one of these SMD components, and that wouldn't be good. I would probably need a heat gun for that. Those heat soldering guns. I'll put this screw here for the moment. Probably put weight over this. Yeah, let's put some weight here, JD, so that it would stick. Maybe this one. Put some weight over here, JD. Oh, I can use the case. Maybe I can use this case. Put that there and put it on a weight. Is it still recording? All right, let's put it in the memory. Now this motherboard didn't come with those new fancy USB front panel connectors. I bought an adapter for that in Lazada. Just simply align that. Oop. I don't know if I should be putting in the cooler first. Oh, let's put the cooler in first. Okay, tabi muna kayo dyan, mga memory. All right, let's put the cooler here. Okay, this is the Dark Rock Pro 4. I chose this because we're Go Rocky. There we go. It's a Dark Rock Pro 4. Very nice. It says high-end. Is it really high-end? Let's see. That's a lot of manuals. It's probably, I don't know, what language do you speak? It's multiple languages. DE, Germany, Polish, German, Espanol, Russian. There we go. All we need is the English. en français. What's in here? Ooh, that's a lot. It even has a thermal compound. And let's bring out, you should look at your processor. There should be a spec there that says TDP. I think the Ryzen 3900 XT is about 105 TDP. That is really huge. There we go. Even comes with a little Be Quiet Phillips driver. Is it magnetic? It's magnetic. That's really cool. So the Ryzen 3900 XT has a thermal design power of, I think, 105 or so. This one is 250, which should be adequate enough. I didn't choose the Noctua. I think it was the DH series, simply because I would like to try the Be Quiet, because everybody's using Noctua. Just gonna bring out the AMD part. This is for Intel. I'm not gonna use that. Splitter cables for the two fans, the bracket, fan brackets, thermal compound. Should we use this? It's really small. It's a gram. Yeah, it's around a gram. We're not gonna use that. We're gonna use the Kryonaut. There you go, Kryonaut. Kryonaut. I don't understand why I'm doing this, because in post-production I'll be putting it in a straightening it out. 250 degree, minus 250. Liquid helium. How did that happen? There we go. Oh, we are going to open the Kryonaut. There's a lot of reviews about this, a lot of five-star reviews. Original thermal Grizzly product. You can verify that, but I'm not going to do that. It's a waste of time. It says here to apply pea-sized. There's a technique here, pea-sized, the X. There's a lot of techniques that you can apply this, but we're going to use. There's a YouTube video applying different techniques of thermal compound, and I think that the best application would be an X and 4 other dots at the corners. Let's take a look at that. Take out the fan. That's really small. Thermal Grizzly. This is about a gram. Hopefully we have enough, or else I'm gonna panic. If we don't have enough, we're gonna use. It's a really nice beefy fan. This should go over to the memory. This is the memory side, and this is the exhaust. Now, I think it mounts. Let me just put it in first. It's kind of a challenging thing here, but it's supposed to be mounted after you put it on. So supposed to use to relieve that spacer in there? I'm not quite sure. All right, so we don't actually need the washers because it's only for AM3. I'm gonna put it back in the plastic. There's only 2 washers. 3. And where's the other one? There we go. Get in there. Put the plastic back inside too. And it also says that we need to, oops, we left the back plate. It also says that we need to take off the wow, it's really challenging. So this was actually the comment on some YouTube channels that they were having some hard time taking out ooh. Wow, that's really hard. It has a rubber silencer there. Tell you what, let's wipe that off. A little smudge here. Don't want that. Just follow those notches. Okay, now we're going to put this in. Okay. Picked up the wrong part. Now we're going to screw this in. It says AM4. There's an arrow there. If you see it, it says AM4. GD monitor mo yung recording. I might be speaking here, and then it's not even recording. I don't want this session to go to waste. And we're ready to put some thermal compound. Pop in the Kryonaut. Ooh, there we go. Wish me luck, GD. You only have so much of this stuff. An X and 4 dots. Should put some more? I don't know. Let's put in some more there in the middle. That's okay. It's not gonna go overboard anyway. Okay, so this one is out, and this one is in. There we go. Oh, look at that. It almost clears the Ballistix memory. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to take this out. This is where the screw head comes in. And, you know, the difficult part of this is that you have to get, wow, that's really, okay. One more. There we go. Oh, look at that. That's really hard to put in there. And then it almost clears. It almost clears the I/O here. Just about. Wow, that's really difficult, but look at that. That's a huge, huge heatsink. Not to mention we're still gonna put in the exhaust fans, which I'm told is quite a challenge as well. Now let's put in, wow, how am I gonna put this in? Like this? Ew, it's really tense now. Okay, all right. Put it like that. Wow, it almost doesn't clear the memory modules. Ito yung mahirap. Alam mo, may alambre pa. Okay. I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing this to the motherboard, but look at that. Okay. Pantay na ba? Pwede pa nating ibaba. Ito na yata yun eh. Ang masama dito, nakabit mo na. Nakabit mo na, mali pala yung buga. There we go. That's number 1. And then, wow, okay. There's 3 here. There's 1, 2. Okay. 1, 2. Oh, it doesn't clear. Look at that. It's a weird little mounting thing here. Oh, jeez. That's really tense. 1, 2. Oh, wait. Supposed to take this one out. Looks like one of the pins Powder coated itong bracket na to eh. Pero, ow, fuck. Wow, you really gotta be careful with this. Because, yikes. Look at that. It's really sharp. All right. Man, that was sharp, okay? Here is what got me right there underneath this edge. Okay, so if you have a Dark Rock Pro 4, just be careful about that. They didn't tell you about that. Okay, it's a beautiful, beautiful piece of work of art, but you know, sometimes beauty can be dangerous, if you know what I mean. Oh, I'm gonna put this in already because we've mounted wow, okay. So the next one is the other fan. Make sure, usually fans have an orientation here. There, you should look for the arrow right there. It's going out, turning this way. So we'll mount it this side. Mount it this way because we're looking to exhaust it over here. Man, this fan almost killed me. That's the dangers of assembling your own computer. Well, I'm not going to touch that edge again because I'm scared. Now I'm scared. Put it to its side. Just clip onto that and that. Okay. I really don't want it touching here, but it seems like oh wow, okay. Must have been using the wrong thing here. Maybe we need this one. There are two sizes, by the way. No, there isn't. There isn't. That's pretty interesting. Which ayaw ko sumayad yung daliri ko dun. There we go. Okay, now the other side. Bastard. You injured me.
Yung nagkaganyan nata, ano lang, sakto na yung 15 minutes.
Hindi, masyado matagal nga yung 15 minutes eh.
12.
Oh, you know what I didn't do is take off the protective tape on that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Hirap din eh.
Talas.
Oo. Tapos dito, 3 na lang. Pero ayaw niya sumunod. Oh, jeez. Okay, that was really messed up. Hopefully the graphene stuck real good, but I'm not really sure. But it's gonna be at the back plate anyway. I hope it hits the back plate so it can still spread the heat somehow. Halos kasing taas lang siya ng... Yeah, it's okay. The back plate naman. Okay, the back plate is orientated. Oop. Like this. No, fix that later. Should I put in the power supply first? I'm not sure. I am not sure anymore, JD. This is so delicate. We're gonna put the IO shield there. Kasya pa kaya yung isang fan? Tignan natin. Dahil kung hindi, ewan ko. Okay. And let's drop it in. Which ayokong hawakan na naman to.
Kabit mo muna kaya po yung fan doon.
Anong fan? Yung phone?
Yes.
Baka hindi siya mag-clear eh. Tingnan natin. Hindi, I mean yung fan dito. PWM ba nakalagay? Okay. So this is the PWM Silent Wings 3. It sounds like a feminine napkin, but it's not. Okay. Is it silent? I don't know. It says it's about 16, 17 decibels. That's what it's touting. It has two mounting options, which is the push pins and the screw option. It seems like the push pins, I wonder what this S and L mean. S and L. Of course, it's in the manual, Rocky. Okay. After a long time consulting the manual, we are going to mount the rear fan using, see there's two options for the Silent Wings 3. One using the screws and one using push pins. We selected the push pins instead. Since, I don't know, there's probably less vibration when you use it. Well, to hear is to believe later. Now we're gonna snap it in place. By the way, when you've chosen a mounting implement, you should stick to it, because it's hard to take these things out because you have to push this. Am I doing it right? S. Okay, S means flush to the case. There we go. Wow. That's really tight. S. Hirap na daw siyang i-eject GD. Pucha, kung kamali tayo para tayong mga ano dito. There we go. Oop. That went in a little easy. S is for Sabado night. So are we gonna put it like that? Okay. Put it like that. It says it's for a 120mm fan, but we're gonna put it in anyway. Ah, ako na. Okay. Now we're supposed to bring it back again. Maybe we'll do this first. Matama dun sa ano.
Dito.
Okay, wow. That's really huge. Now we need to install the motherboard. Apat lang eh. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Supposed to mount this. Malaban siya dun. Bakit kaya?
Yung kiklik pa yan.
Ah, okay. Oh yeah. There we go. The cable was in the way, GD. Now it should be easier. Ang problema dito, hindi mo kita yung motherboard eh. Don't really want to scratch the motherboard because that's really just going to void the warranty. We did that. Ganun lang yun. It's only held by 4 small screws, and that the radiator, the fan is, the heatsink is just, you know, it's not that heavy, but you know, sometimes you worry about the weight and the fragility of the motherboard. deal with that later. Oh man, look at that. The space between the fan is just, I don't know how we're gonna do a cable management there, but that is really tight. Just don't want to tighten it too much, because too much is not good. Oh, there's another thing here, that the fins on the fan is blocking one of the holes. I hope it doesn't. Are we going to clear it? We cleared it slightly. I hope we don't slip. We don't want to slip, ever. Okay, now let's check out the SSD. Konti na lang, oh. Look at that, GD. The cooling graphene is hitting this. Mukhang secure naman siya. Pero mahigpit din. That's really messed up. It seems like it's hitting. I hope it doesn't break the NVMe. It's a pretty tight. I should have chosen the 1mm, but yikes, that's pretty. It's actually touching the whole thing there. Okay. By the way, when you're traveling with this thing, since it's proposing to you that it's portable, I would put a lot of cushioning on this thing. Now what we have to do is adjust this fan here. Okay, we're gonna put in the fans here, and we'll be back again.